hello. Today we are starting my annual Christmas reading vlog. I usually do, a little vlog this time of year to celebrate the coziness of the end of the year season. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas in general, at least here in the US, everything is kind of like slowing down at the end of the year. Lots of good community time, friends, family, neighbors, all that good stuff. So we're just gonna be getting cozy. I am a disgusting mess because I'm putting up my Christmas tree currently, right there. The cats are already intrigued, but if you can't tell, I have put a little tunnel at the bottom of the tree. I saw somebody do that on TikTok and I was like, that is genius. And it has very much helped them have a center where they are allowed to engage with the tree without being destructive of it. So yeah, so I'm putting up the tree, so I thought I would get the vlog started. Oh, let me grab all the books. We're gonna read. Sorry, I just finished. While I had all the Christmas stuff out, I realized that I have this treadmill I got when I was doing some physical therapy for my knee when I busted it up a couple years ago. And I just don't like walking. I take a walk every day, either outside or literally. I've realized I'd rather just pace up and down this room. If the weather's bad, then use this treadmill. So I used the opportunity to take the treadmill out, and now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But at least it's out of the place it was and ready and staring at me, reminding me I need to do something with it. So anyway, that whole process, I just feel so gross, and I hope I don't look that gross. But anyway, so the books we're gonna read: The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. This is a big hit last year. A lot of you guys were recommending this to me. So yeah, it's like a romantic mystery thriller. Those are two genres I love, so I'm intrigued by this. My classic mystery this year for Christmas is Dancing with Death. Lady Lupin is called in when a Christmas house party turns deadly. Y'all know I love that as a setup, so this should be, at least minimally entertaining to me. I have a little Christmas, probably just a short story to be honest, from Susanna Clark, The Wood at Midwinter, which I'm assuming, let's see here. Marois Scott is an unusual girl. She can talk to animals and trees, and she's only ever happy when she's walking in the woods. She's gonna encounter a blackbird and a fox. A strange figure enters their midst. Okay, so some kind of like magical realism-y kind of something, fantasy. Short story. I pulled two Nora Roberts Christmas things. Starlit Winter Nights has The Royal Rake, which is the Playboy Prince. Oh, yay! Okay, I've started this series. Okay, cool. So I've already read it in this series before, later books in it. So I kind of know where this couple ends up, but I'm gonna get to see how they got there. And then we've got a twofer of the McGregor Christmases. And y'all, I'm a little nervous about these because these are both historical romances and I have not enjoyed those from Nora Roberts so far. One is in Scotland in 1745 and one is in America in 1776. So yeah, wish me luck on that one. And then, last but not least, The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. This is in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe series. I've read two of the books in this series and really liked one, liked the other. So I think this will just be a fun, this is like my reading equivalent of a Hallmark movie if it included full-on pornography scenes in it. Because like they get smutty in these books, which is kind of surprising. So yeah, that's a nice little pile of books. And I'll take you guys along as I'm doing cozy stuff. I'll show you as I'm finishing up decorating the tree. Oh, Mom Like Whoa sent me an early Christmas gift that I'm very excited about, which is this like learn how to crochet amigurumi kit. Which I didn't necessarily have on my list of things to do, but I have never done it, so I think that'll be fun. It's got 5 Christmas tree ornaments in it, and she got it for me because she knows the cats like to destroy things, so these are some non-destructible ornaments. So yeah, we'll crochet, we'll decorate, we'll have a jolly good time together. bookish part of this vlog. Okay, we'll talk about how it's starting. So I read, it's a work day, and I was like, oh, I'll just like a little palette cleanse. So I went ahead and started with The Wood at Midwinter by Susanna Clarke. It is very small, and even smaller because it is illustrated. Don't want to show you too much, so I don't want to spoil anything, though I don't really know that you could spoil this book. This is sort of like a little, maybe like a parable. I don't know. I didn't love this, to be honest. It was okay. It's about a girl with an animal connection, and she goes into the woods at midwinter, and something happens to her, and that's the whole story. I will say this was made worse, in my opinion, by the afterword of the author explaining her thought process. Probably could have done without that. Honestly, the part I liked best was the illustrations. I'll give this 2.5. As a short story, not that great. So I was like, okay, well then let's pivot over to start maybe some Nora Roberts. And I've never DNF'd a Nora Roberts faster because I'm looking for a Christmas story, a lovely Christmas tale. And what do I find in the prologue but use of SA as a war crime? And that doesn't really say cozy Christmas to me. So we're going to just DNF that one with prejudice. And I guess I'll try the next one. I hope it doesn't start with I'm not going to try tonight. You know what? I feel like tonight is just not the night to read, so I'm going to knit instead. I'm making the stag head pullover right now, and I took a break, so I've been knitting mittens for my family, which are pretty easy to do, but they're hard on my hands, so I do like every other day with them. Today is a stag head pullover day, and I blocked the panel so far to see how much it would grow, and the back panel went from, I think, 28 inches to 40.5 inches. So I just steeked 6 inches off of either side of the back panel. And I don't know if that's gonna work, but figured it was an experiment worth trying. So maybe today is not a reading day. Today is just gonna be a knitting night. Hi there. I woke up early this morning and couldn't go back to sleep, so I decided to finish off the second book in this, or at least to see if I could. And I'm happy to report this might be the first Nora Roberts historical romance I've ever finished. It was called In From the Cold. I'm reading the back here. It's set in the US right before the beginning of the American Revolution, but both of our main characters, like one of them is an immigrant from Ireland, the other is an immigrant from Scotland. The dude is the one from Scotland, and his family, I believe, is the titular McGregor line that I'm going to be following for, I think, like 10 books. And I'm a little worried, guys, because so far I haven't loved it, but I will say In From the Cold was like fine. It was a good little historical romance novella. Did I find the hero to be high-handed and annoying? Yes. Did I like the heroine? Also, yes. I was fine that they ended up together. 3 stars. It was a good little holiday historical romance from 1990. You know, like, for its time, it was good. And it was cozy. Like, he gets shot and she finds him in their cow fields. She's a widow, but she's back living with her father and brothers. So she, like, takes him in. They heal him up. So it's kind of a forced proximity type romance. And love ensues from there. So I at least have finished one Nora Roberts historical, so that feels like an achievement. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about this McGregor series from her. I feel like I'm gonna be DNFing a lot of them if they're like these, but I don't know. Not my favorite Nora Roberts of that era as of right now, but I guess I should try to stay open-minded. So, I'm going to now film my first video for my end of the year list before work gets going too much, hence Christmas sweater. Wish me luck. I got it's gonna be a month of lots of editing, lots of filming, but I love it. I love end of the year stuff, so yeah. Wish me luck on my day. Editing Mara here. From this point on in the video, my camera apparently was having some exposure issues. I'm going to have to take it to get repaired. So I've brightened it up as much as I can, but just FYI, I know it's a little dark in some places unless I'm in full natural light. Hello. I had two significant things to tell you guys about. One is that I finished another book, Dancing with Death by Joan Coggan. Lady Lupin is called in when a Christmas house party turns deadly. This was okay. This is a Golden Age of detective fiction kind of book, and as mentioned, it involves a Christmas house party, but I don't know. I had moments where I liked the writing in this one. Basically so the setup, Lady Lupin, I think, is the recurring detective in this series, and I liked her. I thought she was definitely like the most interesting character in this, but we just don't get a lot of her until the second half. So she has a friend who is having a good old-fashioned Christmas house party. This is post-World War II, so I actually thought that part was really interesting, like the rationing, post-war conditions in England. Interesting. And yeah, she's got Duds and Tommy, some old friends of hers who are having essentially a house party to like cheer spirits amid rationing. And then death ensues and she eventually gets involved. I liked the writing pretty well, but it felt like the plot was kind of underbaked. It's not a long book, but honestly, this should have just been a short story, I think. I just don't know that there was enough for a full book. So yeah, it was fine. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Not a new favorite, and I don't think I would call this an isolated close circle mystery. I would call this a country house mystery though, so yeah, it was fine. What do you think, Hastings? The other thing that I got done is I finished the front panel of my Cable Deer sweater, and we are trusting the process, friends, because the back panel grew so much, and so I adjusted my size for the front panel to match the gauge, but right now it's way too small. But yay, the hard part's done. But I don't know, I'm gonna wet block this and see how much it grows, and then we will evaluate what our next steps are from there. That's my current plan. But yeah, this reading, knitting, cuddled up with the kitty. You very cute. Look at this little guy. Do you care that you're not allowed on the counter? No, you don't care. Yeah, I gave up on that. I just wipe down my counters on a daily basis. Yeah, be very handsome. Okay, just checking in. Hello. So, I finished The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore, and I like this. It's probably the worst written of the three I've read, but it's just such what I want for a Christmas book. And I feel like none of the books I've read so far have like hit the Christmas vibe for me. So I think I was just happy to have one that felt like Christmas. The little beginning part of it says, "For anyone who ever wished a Hallmark Christmas movie were steamier, this one might do the trick." And that's what this is. It helps that I like the tropes in this. So it's just a very much a Hallmark movie setup of a woman has bought a Christmas tree farm on a whim. The dude is in town to spend the holidays with his sister for a month, and they hit it off. And then I will say it promises you a snowed in trope, and it kind of is that, but it's more just that they choose to get snowed in together. So a little bit of misleading marketing, I will say, on that score. But yeah, I'm not going to say that this is excellent, but it was what I wanted. So I'm going to give it a 3.5. I would say the other two were probably better written, but this one I liked the plot a lot in. So yeah, like I just recently read The Gingerbread Bakery, and that one I think was definitely better than this, but I just don't like the tropes in it, so I liked this one a little bit better. So anyway, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 star, and it definitely is giving me the Christmas spirit I want more than the other books I've read so far for this video. So I just have a few more days before work is gonna start to really calm down, / I'll go home for family holidays. So I'm kind of in like, I don't know if you can see, yeah, I'm wrapping my presents. I'm, getting things in order, and then really I just have a few days left before the rest of the year is just delightful, relaxing, holiday cheer. So I've got 2 kitty cats who are being all cute. Little kitty butt there. It's going to be very cold the next few days, so I'm going to be snuggling up with blankets and sweaters and just coziness. So yeah, I'm starting to feel very much in the relaxed end of the year spirit. So that feels good. And I still have a couple books I want to read for this vlog, so we'll talk about those as I read them. Okay, so I think last book is done. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. Now, you might be saying, wasn't there another one? There was. And then when I started reading it, I realized I had already read it. I had it in a different bind-up earlier this year and didn't realize there was a duplicate. So, yeah, I'd already read this one. So this was my last one, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. And I would say that if I wasn't reading this the week before Christmas, it probably would be like a 3.5, but I don't know. I'm just in the mood for this kind of cozy, it's probably like it's a 3-star, and then it gets an extra star, a half star because it's an isolated close circle mystery, and then it gets an additional half star because I'm happening to read it in the week of Christmas. So yeah, I'm gonna give this 4 stars because it just gave me the vibes I wanted, I guess. It definitely read, I didn't love the romance, to be honest, because it read very YA to me. And I was like, do I know this author from somewhere? I looked it up and yes, she comes from writing YA, and you can tell. But I think quality-wise, this would have been a better book if it had been a mystery with a romance plot versus this is really trying to be pretty much 50-50 mystery and romance. And I like enough of the elements in this that, like I said, I'm going to give this a 4-star because it hit the mood spot for me in terms of giving me Christmassy vibes. Kind of like this. Both of these, I would say, were my successes in this vlog because both of them just made me, I don't know. They gave me the cozy Christmas feel I was going for. This one is an isolated close circle mystery. 2 writers are both invited to a country house Christmas week with a very famous Agatha Christie-esque author who then goes missing and they have to figure out what happened. So it had some good sleuthing, it had some smooching, and it was fun times had by all. I would say these are definitely the only 2 I really recommend out of this. I DNF'd one of these immediately because of the essay that I was like, this doesn't make me feel like Christmas. And then the other one was fine, but not that memorable. This I would say is the one I would actively steer you away from just because while a lovely object, maybe as like a gift, this could be okay, but like the actual story of this doesn't warrant your time. It's very pretty. I like the cover and the illustrations, but the story, yeah, this was a little bit of a cash grab, dare I say. And then this just turned out to be okay. Like, not great, just meh. So yeah, neither of these I would describe as like super high quality, but they did achieve my Christmas feeling goal, which was what was truly important. So with that, I don't know how many books I've read. This vlog has been going on for quite some time, so I'll put the numbers at the end, but I'm wishing you and yours a very happy holiday season or a very happy end of the year season. And hopefully you enjoyed some winter coziness with me. I think this is going up right before Christmas, so you will see me after Christmas for some more ending the year, starting the year fun. So like if you liked it, hit the bell, be good to yourself, your friends, family, loved ones, community, and we will talk soon.